When Emily was walking home from work one rainy evening in Los Angeles, she took her usual shortcut through a quiet alley behind a row of shops. But what she found that day would change both her life and his forever. Slumped near a trash bin, soaked, shivering, and motionless, lay what she first mistook for a pile of discarded rags, until a faint, almost imperceptible flicker in one eye caught her attention. It was a dog, barely clinging to life, ribs poking through skin like knives, fur missing in large patches, covered in grime and dried blood. His eyes were dull, not just from exhaustion, but from a deep kind of emotional resignation, the kind that comes when the world has shown you nothing but cruelty. Emily dropped to her knees, heart pounding, ignoring the cold rain that soaked her clothes as she gently reached out. The dog growled, not in anger, but in fear. It was the sound of a soul who had been hurt too many times, a warning from a heart that had forgotten what kindness felt like. Most people would have turned away. Emily didn't. She called a local animal rescue, stayed beside him for 2 hours until help arrived, whispering softly and keeping her distance just enough to not overwhelm him. At the vet clinic, the news was grim. The dog, now named Max, weighed just 19.7 pounds, half of what he should, and his blood work showed severe anemia, dehydration, and signs of long-term starvation. The veterinarian gently said, "We'll try our best, but you should prepare yourself. He might not make it through the night." But Emily had already made a silent promise. She wasn't giving up on Max. And that's where Max's story truly begins. For the next several weeks, he remained at the clinic under 24-hour care, fed with high-calorie supplements, IV fluids, and most importantly, human connection. At first, Max wouldn't eat unless Emily was there. He still flinched at sudden movements and barely lifted his head when anyone approached. But Emily visited every single day, sometimes just sitting beside his kennel, reading out loud or humming softly. And then, on the 11th day, something happened. Max wagged his tail, just once. But it was everything. That little flicker of hope grew stronger each day. Max began to eat on his own. He'd lift his head when Emily entered the room, even crawl forward just a bit. Slowly, the frail, fearful shell of a dog began to transform into someone new, someone curious, affectionate, and quietly brave. His fur started growing back, soft and golden, and his eyes began to sparkle with a mischief no one had seen before. By the end of the second month, Max had gained 20 pounds and had become a staff favorite at the clinic, always pawing for attention, playfully barking at the mop bucket and sneaking his head into laps he liked. His favorite place, though, remained Emily's arms. And when it came time to find him a forever home, the decision was already made. Emily adopted Max officially, and that day marked not just a new chapter, but an entirely new life for him. Today, Max lives in a cozy apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows where he sunbathes for hours, goes on beach hikes every weekend, and has his own little closet full of colorful bandanas and squeaky toys. He loves peanut butter, car rides with his head out the window, and curling up on the couch with Emily during movie nights. Most importantly, he knows he is safe, loved, and home. His transformation from a discarded soul to a joyful companion is a powerful reminder that no being is ever too broken to heal. At Furkind Stories, we share real tales like Max's, of rescue, of recovery, and of the unbreakable bond between humans and animals. If Max's journey moved your heart even a little, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Furkind Stories, and join us in spreading hope for the voiceless. Because somewhere out there, another Max is waiting, and together, we can help him find his way home.